beautiful Mission Valley. When it's time to relax and have fun with friends, family, or coworkers, Randy Jones All-American Sports Grill. You'll have an all-American great time.
Today's weather forecast calls for, you guessed it, heat, and more heat. My advice, do whatever you can to stay cool.
Well, folks, did you hear that? Sounds like it's going to be another scorcher out there. When it gets this hot out, why don't you do what I do? Let's head on down to Nato Gelato in Coronado. Yes, Nato Gelato in Coronado. When it comes to real, authentic, handmade Italian gelato, Nato Gelato in Coronado has every flavor of the rainbow. That's right. With over 20 brain-freezing flavors to choose from, you and the kids will be able to stay cool till closing time. So if your shoes are so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof, then what are you waiting for? That's Nato Gelato in Coronado at Sea and Orange in the heart of Coronado.
Out of the sun, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be making love. Under the boardwalk.
Hi, Zlata.
Hi, Johnny. How you doing?
I'm having a ball.
Are you seeing the moon?
I did see the moon. Are you kidding me? Is that cool or what?
It is beautiful
No, don't go-
tonight. It's a
don't go
good
break-
night to be here.
Don't go breaking stuff.
Oh, you know, I'm
I know.
good like that.
I know. I ordered this up special. The moon and the sun going down and the moon coming up. And that is spectacular. Too bad we can't spin the cameras around to see that. But there again, not the reason we called, is it?
It is not.
No. You have a book there. Now, I had cautioned you not to be reading during the show.
I know, but it was hypnotizing, and I had to open and read a couple pages.
Well, I guess if you have to, why don't you hold that book up to the camera? And that is called Haunted. It's what?
Hunted.
It's not haunted.
Hunted.
The character's haunted.
Oh, okay. No, it's hunted, right? And it all depends on. It's about a guy that's being hunted.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
correct.
Right. Now, there's a YouTube video. Whoa, I just backed into the door. There's a YouTube video about Hunted. Is that you in that video?
Actually, it's a trailer, a media trailer my wife Lorene and I made on Hunted. And it was actually a fun thing to do.
Yeah, but is that you in that?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't, because you kind of looked a little bit, and maybe I didn't want to say, but
I didn't have that.
right.
Yes.
But you have that detective, that grizzly, the seasoned veteran detective look about you, hardened, if you will, by the streets, right?
Yes, I do.
And then you became a ballet dancer?
Yes, that was my second career.
There you go. Well, of course, we're kidding. But Zlata has a question about you being not only an actor, but a writer.
I sure do. Well, to backtrack a little bit for everyone, we're in a studio with and on a show with John Beyer.
Yes.
And the studio happens to be...
The studio happens to be the beautiful Baywatch boat here in San Diego.
San Diego Bay. Oh,
San Diego Bay.
Is it
It's a
lovely?
gorgeous day to be here.
I'm telling you. Are you cold?
I'm actually doing wonderful. I'm very cozy. Very cozy. I'm glad to have John here with me, who is also a teacher, a writer, and as he introduced himself as an ex-cop.
And a doctor.
And yes, and a belly dancer. Apparently, you are just a man of ballet.
Ballet, yes.
Not
Man
belly.
of many talents. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the book?
All right, the book Hunted it took a few years to write. But what is a compilation of my time as a cop. I was out of Riverside County. I was a sheriff, deputy sheriff out of Riverside County. I was on SWAT. Second team in the county made was SWAT. I was on that team. And it was just cases in just the feeling of being a cop and what they go through, what we went through, the frustrations. And it deals with a bank robbery gone badly. And the bad guys
No tapping. No tapping. Okay, that's one warning. Okay?
I'm off the boat next time.
All right.
I'll throw myself off.
We are safe and secured by the regulations,
Oh, that's right. The
so
regulation
we're fine.
wire. I'm sorry.
But go on.
Zachary Marshall's the bad guy, and he robs a bank, goes bad. The detective, Jonas Peters, loses his partner, and I don't want to give the book away, but he's the detective Peter says something to the media derogatory against the bad guy, the suspect, who they have no idea who it is, and the bad guy, the suspect, takes offense to it, and now Jonas Peters, who is usually the hunter, becomes the hunted, and Zachary Marshall leaves a trail of dead bodies behind him as he chases Detective
grisly.
Peters. It is grisly, yes, it is.
Well, it's real life.
It is.
Life is grisly.
Yes.
Right. Now, how long did it take you to write this book?
It took about 3 or 4 years, off and on. I was working on my doctorate at the same time, so it took a few years to get it.
And most of the characters are drawn from real life?
Yes, they are.
Do any of those characters know that they are in this book? Would
No.
they care?
They probably, these kind of characters probably like to find out that they're in a book like this, but I don't advertise their names. It's all fiction.
It's their moment of fame. It's their
Right.
moment of fame. Why don't you tell us how long it took you to get a book published?
It took quite a while. A lot of rejections, but that's part of the game. That's part of the game. And this is actually purchased by Black Opal Books out of Seattle last October, and it just came out. In fact, this is the only copy right now. May 18th they released them, so you can purchase it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, but it'll probably take a week to get because it just came out. So
Are they on the Kindle? Can you get them on the
Yes, you
Kindle?
can get a Kindle right away.
Well, that's cool.
Excellent.
Oh.
You know, technology. We love that. And you're working on another book, I hear?
Yes, it is done. It seems like the same publisher is going to pick it up. It's called Soft Target. Not to give too much, but it's about a Islamic terrorist group that takes over a school.
And it's the same genre, if you will?
Yes, it is. And thank you for saying that word.
That's the word of the day. Well, ever since you sent me that calendar, the word of the day calendar, I'm the life of the party.
Whatever I can do for you, Johnny, I appreciate
Not a
it.
problem. And I tried to work that word in as much as I could for tonight.
That'll please my wife.
So the next book is Soft Target,
Yes.
and on Islamic terrorists.
Yes.
And was there a reason you targeted Islamic terrorists when there might be other kind of terrorists, or?
Well, no, it just seemed to fit. I went to Colonel Grossman is a gentleman. He's retired military, and he created the theory of killology, why people kill. And I went to a conference of his, and in fact, kind of met him, and we've kind of kept in contact. And it kind of gave me a germ of an idea, because when you write a book, you look for everywhere to get an idea, where to get it, and then you add to it. And since unfortunately we're in that world that terrorism does happen, it just seemed to fit. And I started writing, started to get the ideas, and then a lot of times the characters will just build the story.
So how long do you think it's going to take you to finish the book?
The book is done. The book is done.
finished. Excellent.
My wife, who's an English teacher and meticulous editor, is on the final thing. And then, of course, the publisher will go through 3 editing and then send it back. And hopefully it'll be out late fall.
Late fall.
Late fall.
Wonderful.
If you and your wife are working on it, do you ever butt heads about, oh, I think this should be in there, or no, you shouldn't have that in there, or why did you put that in there, anything like that?
We never fight. Believe it or not, our 4 daughters just find it kind of odd that we never fight. But yeah, do we have a little disagreement sometimes? Yes. And she'll call me in, and I always look at to her and say, that's probably right. Or I'll say, that is who the character is. But yeah, I respect her opinion.
And were you a writer as a child?
I started writing as a child, not published. I really didn't become published until my early 20s for magazines. This is my first novel.
What kind of magazine publications have you?
Mojave Magazine, travel magazines, Reader's Digest, things like that.
Excellent. So this is not your first rodeo.
No, I actually have been to a rodeo, so I can say that. I've only been to one rodeo, so I can say, no, it's not my first rodeo.
Now, is the goal writing a book, or is the goal making it into a movie?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I did actually have someone say they want first rights on it, but until they have a contract, I've learned that. Until you have a contract, nothing. But of course, I mean, I think like any writer, I think my book would make a great movie.
Well, you know what? We're going to take another break. Can you stick around?
Of course I can.
Fantastic. And then you'll tell us about these movies you've been in.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds great, partner.
I know, that's right. Hey, will you quit laughing?
I'm so sorry.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Somebody's tickling her. Doctor, quit tickling her.
I can't help it.
I know. Hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. This is Johnny
And this is Zlata
with the talk.
of San Diego.
I won't lie to all our listeners, that was actually me.
Closed captioning for the Talk of San Diego provided by Sweetwater Harley Davidson in National City. Nothing rides like a Harley.
Hey, Zlata. Hey, Zlata.
I'm here.
Do you like motorcycles?
Motorcycles.
Yes, because we
Woo-hoo,
already
who does
discussed
not?
this. I know, and we already discussed who had the best motorcycles, huh?
We sure have.
Who's that?
That would be Harley.
Harley Davidson.
Harley
Exactly.
Davidson.
Get your motor running. Have you ever been on a motorcycle?
Absolutely have.
Have you driven a motorcycle?
Absolutely have.
Really?
Absolutely have.
Were you scared?
The first time I was, but after that, it's like riding a bicycle.
There you go.
Which I learned how to ride a bike before a bicycle, so.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I'm going to be joining the crowd of this, the Harley crowd, because I recently, like yesterday, purchased a, it's a motor scooter, but, and it's not a Harley, it's a Yamaha, but it is a scooter, and it does have 2 wheels, and I put my application into the Mongols, and they accepted my application, so it's almost official that I will be a Mongol very soon. It's been a boyhood dream. But that's not the reason we called. If you're looking for a motorcycle, if you're looking to rent a motorcycle, not everybody wants to buy a motorcycle, right? Why buy the milk when you got a cow at home, right? Al Bundy. So you go down there and you can rent a motorcycle for the weekend, couple hours, go up a Wildcat Canyon Road, that kind of thing. Have you been to the Verona Speedway up there?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm telling you,
It's another exciting opportunity to get out and see something new.
I know, we can do that. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure thing.
Do you like turtles?
Turtles.
Yeah,
Who doesn't like turtles?
exactly. And you know who we're listening to? You know who's singing, right? The Turtles, exactly. Because we're going to talk about the Sea Turtle Rescue. Yeah. We one of our sponsors is the Sea Turtle Rescue, and they rescue sea turtles. And they do it all over, like in Africa and stuff like that, where they hatch, where they have the turtles. But the natives, they eat the turtle eggs. Yeah, they eat the turtle egg. That's their staple, if you will. So what the Sea Turtle Rescue does, if you donate money, cars, boats, whatever, they would give that money to the locals there, and then they will pay the locals not to eat them, but to raise them and do like a hatchery. And then there's like a tourism. So it's a win-win. You're saving the turtles, you're giving an industry to people that don't have an industry, and people come there to see sea turtles being rescued. Isn't that
Beautiful.
cool?
When are we going?
We go to seaturtlerescue.org, and all the information is there. And it's tax deductible and everything like that. But there again, not the reason we called. But we did call to talk to Dr. John, because he was in the right place, and it must have been the right time. You like that? You like that, Dr. John?
Yeah, but I'm not going to sing. You lose your audience.
I'm telling you. Hey, Zlata, why don't you tell the audience who you're talking to there, and don't be too spooky about it either. Don't be too spooky.
Don't be spooky.
Okay. Things because of the moon.
John Beyer. That would be you.
That would be me.
Dr. John Beyer.
Writer.
Yes.
Writer.
Yes, I'm
Doctor.
a writer. Yes.
Belly dancer?
Ballet dancer, ballet, whatever you want.
Belly or ballet?
I don't care.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your acting career?
My acting career. It started by accident about a year ago. My wife and I run J&L Research and Exploration. It's a blog. We're bloggers on travel and stuff. And we were invited to witness behind the scenes a Western being made up in the mountains, Lake Gregory, up by Lake Gregory.
With your buddy Tino?
Tino Luciano, great guy. And so we did the blog, and about a few weeks later we were asked, hey, would you like to be extras and maybe do another blog being an extra? We said, that'd be great. Well, that turned into another visit with speaking roles, and now we're into 2 films, one by Tino, another by a friend of ours, John Lynn, and we're actually principals in those films. So
That sounds like right place, right time, right?
yeah, and they're westerns, which is kind of fun because you have to wear the Western period clothing. It's fun to walk around with your holster, and
I thought you were at a travel blog, not a fashion blog. I mean,
well, things happen. We're travel bloggers, really, but this kind of turned into another little sideline. It's very fun.
Would you rather be an actor or a writer? Depending on the money. If the money was no object, which would you rather?
That's a tough question. It's a tough. I love writing, but it's fun in front of the camera. It's fun acting. It's kind of like dress up. It's like Halloween for adults. It's wonderful. How about this? How about if I write the screenplay and act in it?
Or if you play the part of a writer. Huh?
I think Johnny Depp did that already, but I could probably do it. I could probably pull it off.
Now, is it a challenge for you to act?
I thought it would be, but it just seems natural. It just seems natural to act.
Does it depend on the director?
Yes. Now, both directors that we've worked for are very friendly. They're good guys, down to earth, they're not into your face. And that being an ex-cop, I probably couldn't do that. I'd probably say, you know what, I don't need to act. But they let you have some freedom, play with the lines a little bit. You usually stick to the script, but if you need to bounce a line off and say, maybe that's this character, because you have to get in character.
So there's collaboration.
Yes, there is
process.
with these two directors, and especially Tino and John too. Very good collaboration between them and their actors.
That sounds like a wonderful opportunity.
We know the one has the Western genres, if you will.
Yes.
The other director, is he also Westerns? Or
Yes.
is
He is Westerns, yes.
Okay. Would you rather do a modern day, or you really like the Western stuff?
Well, I would say if you'd asked us before we did the media trailer for my book Hunted, I would say Westerns, but that was fun, dressing up as a detective. And I'm a detective, my wife played a detective, and when I saw the trailer, I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. I just think acting is good. I don't care what time period, I just think acting. I'm not sure I want to do like a caveman. I don't think I'd want to do that. But
Well, you're doing a good job acting so far, acting like you're having a good time.
I am. Are you kidding me? This is glorious. Full moon, beautiful place.
A beautiful young lady sitting next to you.
She is. I don't want to go too much. My wife's sitting over here.
Do you know that this young lady, her title is Miss Teen Alaska?
I was Miss Alaska Teen USA.
There you
back
go.
in
Wow,
2009.
congratulations. I can see why.
2009.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm running for the upcoming Miss California 2014 pageant, so we're going to test our grounds in the California grounds and see how it goes.
But yeah, my vote.
And-
Excellent.
And
I'm
my
glad.
vote, so that's
I mean,
two
you're an
votes.
Two
actor,
votes.
you're a cop, you're.
Now I'm voting for you.
Now you're voting for me.
How about the wife? Is she in?
She should be. I'd vote for her.
We should blog about this.
We will. We'll block.
Well, I didn't know you were running for, is it Miss California?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so we need to get the vote out. Do we need
Please vote for her.
Yeah, do we need to pay anybody off?
I sure hope not.
Hey, well, Dr. John, we really appreciate you coming all the way down from where?
Phelan, California.
And whereabouts is that?
It's just west of Victorville on Highway 15.
Oh, you're in the sticks.
And we like it that way.
No, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
No, we like it that
How
way.
long have you been living there?
Since about 87. But we own acreage, so it's kind of nice. Our nearest neighbor's 5-10 acres away. It's kind of quiet.
That sounds wonderful. I live downtown. I would really love to visit. Am I invited? Can I
Of course
come?
you can. I'd love to say, Miss California, visit our house.
And the stars at night
Oh,
must be incredible.
they are incredible. All we have are neighbors are coyotes, snakes, and bunnies.
Wow.
Take the bunnies.
So your book, The Hunted, is
Yes.
available now.
It's available on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, numerous places. You can also go to John Robert Beyer at Weebly.com, and that's my website, and you'll find the book and where to buy it. And all that.
And the next book is coming out when?
Hopefully late fall.
Do you have a website that we could go to order anything right off, or?
Well, just that one, John Robert Beyer at Weebly.com.
Fantastic. Well, we certainly appreciate you coming down here. We're looking forward to seeing you in the movies.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
You're going to be in Tino's new movie coming up,
Yes.
and you're going to be playing the part of.
He still hasn't said.
What would you like to be
It's
the
a
part?
trade secret.
It's a trade secret. We sign confidentiality contracts, so we're not allowed to even talk
As long
about
as
it.
they signed,
Yep.
I believe you can say something because we have a captain of a boat here, and I believe that supersedes any type of confidentiality.
Well, I would say I'm probably playing a Western character from the 1880s.
Well, there you go.
Excellent.
That would make sense, since it is a Western
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
1880s. Is that all your wardrobe that you have, or do you borrow it?
No, that is my wardrobe that we have. Are you talking about my shirt here?
No.
The Western wear, yes, but that's all time period, and but that's our own.
And how much wardrobe do you have, do you think? Like closets and closets? Or?
Oh no, just a couple of 2 or 3 outfits, because those characters back then didn't have a lot of stuff.
I mean, watch Django. He only had like 2 outfits.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we appreciate you coming out.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
And,
It was wonderful.
And anytime you want to come out, you're certainly welcome to do so.
Well, thank you so much, John.
And this is Johnny
And this is Letta
with the talk
of San Diego.